So welcome to my channel, AC Starlord 29 channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the post-credit scene and Easter eggs and spoilers for Venom: Let There Be Carnage. Now, and one thing I want to say is that Venom also want to say that Venom helped out Eddie in the process of finding out what Cassidy's plan is in this. When he went to go visit him the first time, and the first time we see him, Cassidy in the jail in this movie, not the first time they've seen each other, but the first time we see him in this movie. And they were talking, and then after they were talking, Venom said, "Look around," and Venom's like, "Look, look," and then Eddie looks, and he discovers what he has planned. Cassidy has planned, and then they go back home. He tries to show him, "Hey, this is what he has planned," and he discovers all that stuff, and it's kind of like indicating that like Eddie is not good with his good at his job, which he should be because he's a reporter, and even in the cartoons he was a really good reporter. But he also had a hatred for Peter Parker, which is different because this doesn't have Peter Parker in it. Also, what I want to say, if you guys haven't seen this movie, Eddie and Venom have like a buddy cop relationship, and at some point when you have a buddy cop relationship and you don't agree with everything, one of them has to go. Well, Venom was left on his own, and he went on doing his own thing, doing his little rave party thing, which is interesting because seeing him with a whole bunch of different colors around his neck and his wrist was kind of funny and kind of hilarious. And then just like the fact that everyone should be equal, kind of thing he had to say was kind of weird coming out of the Venom's mouth, but it was hilarious nonetheless. Also, the way Cassidy gets Carnage isn't the way it happens in the cartoon, the old '90s cartoon. As you already noticed, I'm referencing that. He bites Eddie, and his blood doesn't taste different. His blood tastes different. He doesn't taste like regular blood. Well, because it's not. But the way it happens, and think in the cartoon, what I remember is a piece of Venom falls on Cassidy, and he changes into Carnage. This one, he actually has to taste his blood, and then he changes into Carnage, which is awesome. With also with some chemicals that they're about to kill him with, Cassidy, and it's just fantastic how that happened. And everything with Carnage. With this, he has his own little storyline in here where Eddie and Venom have their own separate thing, and Woody Harrelson and Carnage have their own story, which is kind of interesting. And also him referencing towards the end that father, him calling Carnage calling Venom father, because that is his father, technically. So that's also in the cartoon and in the comics and in the universe, in this universe now. Screech, I don't know much, or what his girlfriend I don't know much about, so probably research that. But what I do know about is this multiverse crossover into this MCU that they want to do with Venom. Now, Venom was about to tell Eddie everything about where he comes from and all that stuff, and he can't hold that in his puny little brain. And then when he was trying to show him all that, some orange orb of light came, and we all know who that might be. That is Doctor Strange's spell, obviously from the trailer of No Way Home. And then you see Eddie in the same hotel room, but a different hotel room, a nicer one, and the island they went to, and then the Daily Bugle, which he's always been reporting with. Shows J.J. Jameson telling them telling them how Spider-Man's a menace. They show Peter Parker, aka Tom Holland, and then Venom said, "Oh, that guy." And well, that's kind of interesting because this leads into a crossover Spider-Man and Venom in the future down the road, and hopefully he's in No Way Home. Hopefully they get to put him in No Way Home at some point. We know we have these other villains that he has to handle, but hopefully we get Venom and Spider-Man together, and hopefully Venom gets that Spider-Man spider on his chest by going inside Tom Holland's body or suit and having Peter Parker be the prime holder of Venom for a little bit, and then when he's done with him, go back to Eddie Brock, or Eddie Brock getting mad that he has Venom, and then when Venom goes back to Eddie Brock, he will have the signature spider on his chest, which he's missing, and whatnot. But a lot of theories can happen. There's a lot of things that can happen, but all I know is when Venom saw Spider-Man, it was like, that guy, I need him. I need him for something. So there's a lot of things I can go with it, and I hope so, because we need them two to be together, because it doesn't seem right, because even in the comics and the old cartoon that you can find on Disney Plus, that had its own Sega. It had the Venom Sega, where it's like him, Spider-Man in a black suit, and then he discovers that they're sensitive to noise, which we already know from this movie. But, and then it drops on Eddie Brock, and Eddie Brock in that cartoon is different from this one, but he has hatred for Peter Parker, and that only hints the rage of Venom. So, yeah. But if you want to see more videos of this, like and subscribe. Or press the like button and subscribe and all that good stuff. And hopefully we get to see this crossover.